Have you ever been so confident in something that admitting you were wrong felt like scaling a mountain? That's exactly the situation we're dealing with here. The presenter opens by completely flipping a firmly held belief: the idea that slower rep speed is the ultimate recipe for muscle growth. He doesn't just skim over his misstep, he embraces it, setting the stage for a deep exploration of why his earlier stance might not have been the full story after all. This moment of humility pulls you in, as it's not every day you hear someone so boldly challenge their own claims. Here's where things get even more intriguing. The earlier belief championed slower training, which, let's face it, seemed like the golden rule for eternity in bodybuilding circles. Many people latched onto this idea because it aligned with common sense. Slower reps mean better muscle control, right? But what if that's only half true? This whole misunderstanding comes from years of promoting slow eccentrics, creating an accidental impression that this single approach works for everyone, all the time. What makes this discussion so gripping is how the presenter humanizes the topic. Misunderstandings happen, even to the best, and they usually reveal fascinating layers of truth. So the question becomes, if slowing down isn't the one-size-fits-all answer, what is? What can faster or more varied rep speeds reveal about intensity, safety, and real muscle activation? Unpacking this misstep turns into an opportunity, and you're left wondering what comes next. What's the real story behind effective rep speed? It all started with good intentions. Doesn't it always? The roots of the misunderstanding about slow training lie in a simple but powerful approach. The promotion of slow eccentrics. Imagine lowering the barbell during a bench press in slow motion, controlling every millisecond of the movement. It was designed to emphasize control, build more muscle, and reduce the chance of injury. Over time, though, this focus unintentionally evolved into something else: the perception that slower is always better. And just like that, the nuance of context got lost. This perception wasn't plucked out of thin air. The presenter and Jared Feather, both respected in the bodybuilding and fitness community, frequently emphasized slowing down movements in their training videos. For them, it was a way to cue safety and technique, especially for beginners or those focusing on hypertrophy. But people interpreted those cues as a rule book for all training, no matter the context. Suddenly, the fitness world believed slow eccentrics were the golden standard. It's fascinating how one strong message can spiral into dogma, isn't it? What started as targeted advice became blanket advice. But here's the thing: not every piece of training guidance fits all athletes, muscle groups, or exercises. So, if you've been living and breathing the slow is better mantra, it's time to take a step back. Where does that leave us? Well, to really understand the situation, we need to explore the why behind slow reps in the first place. That's where it gets interesting. When it comes to training, safety isn't just a buzzword. It's the foundation of consistent progress. Think about it. What's the point of chasing muscle growth if you're sidelined by preventable injuries? That's precisely why slower training, particularly during the eccentric phase of a movement, has been championed. By reducing kinetic energy, slower reps make every repetition more controlled, minimizing the risk of snapping tendons or straining ligaments. When heavy weights and intense workouts are involved, this approach isn't a luxury, it's survival. For elite athletes, especially those in bodybuilding or powerlifting, the stakes are even higher. The use of anabolic substances can fast-track muscle growth, but tendons and connective tissues aren't always catching up at the same pace. This discrepancy creates a perfect storm for injuries. Slower movements provide a buffer, a safeguard to counter this imbalance. Picture an IFBB pro executing a controlled bench press. Each inch of the descent feels calculated, deliberate, reducing the likelihood of strain while maintaining intensity. But let's face it, slower training isn't just for the elite. If you're trying out new lifts, returning from an injury, or simply looking to refine your form, dialing it back can work wonders. Slowing down the eccentric phase gives you more time to feel the movement, helping you avoid bad habits that could lead to long-term setbacks. And the beauty of building this space is simple. You can go faster and heavier without the constant worry of breaking down. But how does this slower pace unlock even more profound benefits beyond just safety? Imagine this: you're mid-rep, focusing so deeply on your quads during a squat that every fiber feels like it's firing in unison. That's the magic of the mind-muscle connection, a concept often underestimated but absolutely critical for unlocking true hypertrophy. Slowing down your reps particularly in the eccentric phase, gives your brain and body time to align. It's not about just moving weights, it's about feeling which muscles are working. This intentional control helps you avoid letting momentum take over and ensures the targeted muscles stay in the driver's seat. Take the squat as an example. How often do people rely on their glutes or lower back to help out without realizing it? Slower eccentrics turn the spotlight back on the quads if they're the muscle group you're trying to prioritize. Instead of rushing through movements, you can fine-tune your technique, ensuring every rep is as effective as possible. This approach isn't just about lifting smarter. It's about maximizing every second under tension, squeezing more results from the same set. And here's where it gets even better. The mind-muscle connection isn't just about results. It's a skill you can sharpen over time. Think of it like learning to play a musical instrument. The more deliberate you are, the better you get. With rep speed under conscious control, you'll notice your ability to activate specific muscles improves. Soon, you won't just go through the motions. You'll dominate every single movement with purpose. But there's more to slow reps than just engaging your muscles deeply. What about using that time to refine your technique in real time? When was the last time you truly dissected your technique mid-rep? For many, training often feels like an on-off switch. You're either doing the lift or resting. But here's something many overlook. Slower training can transform each rep into a masterclass in technique improvement. When you slow down the eccentric phase, especially during complex lifts like bench presses or squats, you create a window of opportunity to refine your form. Your brain has more time to process cues, and your body responds in real time. Let's say you're bench pressing, and your coach notices your elbows flaring out too soon. If you're flying through the motion, there's no time to fix it until the next rep. But with slower eccentrics, adjustments can happen mid-descent. A quick elbows in cue allows you to make subtle shifts during the rep itself, keeping everything aligned. Over time, these small corrections compound, polishing your form and ensuring every rep is both safe and maximally effective. It's like turning practice itself into mastery. The beauty of this approach is its versatility. It's not just for beginners. Even experienced lifters benefit from using slower reps to tweak long-standing habits or adapt to new training variations. Whether it's adjusting knee tracking in a squat or improving grip position in a deadlift, going slow turns every rep into an instructional session. And once your form becomes automatic, that's when the door opens to pushing intensity, speed, and growth to the next level. Does it work the same for muscle growth, though? Let's dive into the science behind eccentric speed and gains. Let's talk about speed. Does it really matter when it comes to muscle growth? The science says, well, yes and no. Studies have consistently shown that muscle growth remains similar across a wide range of eccentric speeds, from lightning-fast 1-second descents to slower, controlled 6-second phases. What truly matters is pushing your muscles to failure while maintaining the same volume and intensity. So whether you're slowing down for stability or speeding up to pack in more reps, the gains can still stack up. But here's the kicker. While speed might not directly change how much muscle you build, it can drastically influence how you train. Slowing down gives you more time under tension, amplifying muscle activation and improving mind-muscle connection. On the flip side, faster reps let you crank up the intensity, maximizing the amount of work done in a shorter time. The real choice isn't about which is better. It's about identifying what works for your body and your goals that day. Feeling shaky with your squat form? Go slow. Looking to complete that killer high-intensity drop set? Bring the speed up. When it comes to rep speed, context is king. Beginners might benefit more from slower eccentrics to focus on control and refined technique. Meanwhile, seasoned lifters, those who've mastered their movements, can throw in faster tempos for a change of pace and to harness explosive power. The beauty is that the choice is yours, and the results come from blending both approaches intelligently. But when exactly is slow training the golden ticket, and when does it fall flat? There's a time and place for everything, and slower training is no exception. In specific scenarios, choosing to reduce your rep speed can feel like adding an extra layer of safety and intention to your workout. For instance, if you're recovering from an injury or just starting out, slowing down the eccentric phase can act as a protective shield. It gives your body time to adjust to the load, preventing unnecessary strain while reinforcing proper movement patterns. It's like easing into a new pair of shoes, comfortable, deliberate, and less likely to cause discomfort. But safety isn't the only reason to opt for a slower pace. Some exercises require a heightened awareness of what's happening inside your body, and slower reps are the perfect tool for achieving that. If you're struggling to feel a specific muscle activate, slowing down allows you to fine-tune your mind-muscle connection. Take Romanian deadlifts, for example. A slower descent forces you to engage your hamstrings and glutes with heightened precision. No room for shortcuts, just pure, focused activation of your target muscles. Even those with experience under their belts can benefit from slowing things down occasionally. New movements or variations often present unique challenges, and a slower approach can double as a learning tool. Imagine trying a paused bench press for the first time. Slower eccentrics provide the opportunity to gauge where you feel strongest or where adjustments are needed. Mid-rep, it's not just training, it's a personal feedback loop that strengthens your foundation. But of course, once you've got that foundation locked in, when does it make sense to speed things up? So, when can you let loose and crank up the speed on your reps? The answer lies in mastery. Once you've honed your technique, developed a strong mind-muscle connection, and feel confident in your control over the weight, faster reps become a powerful tool. Think about explosive exercises like power cleans or barbell rows. These movements thrive on intensity and speed, letting you maximize force output while keeping the targeted muscles fully engaged. Speed adds a layer of excitement and challenge most lifters crave after mastering the basics. But speeding up doesn't mean abandoning control. Even with rapid eccentrics, the muscles must stay actively resisting the weight. No free rides for gravity. Picture yourself doing a fast, controlled set of pull-ups. As you descend quickly, but with precision, your lats work harder to stabilize the movement, and the tension is still there. The payoff: you get all the benefits of muscle activation without wasting time. Plus, let's be honest, fast reps can make you feel like a superhero when done with proper mastery. The beauty here is flexibility. Fast movements also allow you to ramp up volume and intensity within limited time frames, making them perfect for drop sets or higher-rep finisher circuits. However, there's a fine line between fast and reckless. If you're sacrificing form for speed, you're not just cheating yourself, you're risking injury. Mastery comes first, always, and that's why many argue that slow, controlled concentrics should stay off the menu because they don't offer nearly the same payoff. Now, here's where slow training can hit a wall. Concentric phases that drag on forever. While slow eccentrics have their place, intentionally slowing down the concentric phase, the ascent often feels counterproductive. Imagine pushing a loaded barbell off your chest during a bench press in super slow motion. The reality is, this approach doesn't really add to muscle activation or hypertrophy, just sucks the life out of your workout. Let's face it, when training feels like torture for no additional benefit, it's hard to stay motivated. The core issue: slow concentrics fail to bring tangible value to strength or muscle growth. On the eccentric phase, you're resisting gravity, but on the concentric, you're actively generating force. Dragging this phase out doesn't inherently activate more muscle fibers or lead to better results. In fact, it can zap your energy and reduce the intensity you can apply to the rest of your session. You'd be better off going for an explosive rep, focusing on moving the weight efficiently while maintaining perfect technique. No one's saying fast concentrics are a free-for-all. Technique and control always reign supreme. But training should strike a balance between effort and practicality. Pushing through the concentric phase as quickly and powerfully as your body allows often feels more natural and more effective. It's not about rushing, it's about efficiency. By freeing yourself from overly slow concentrics, you'll have more energy to dominate your sets. And once you get this balance down, the conversation shifts back to speed and control in all their forms, which leads to the bigger question of where everything fits together. Now, here's where slow training can hit a wall. Concentric phases that drag on forever. While slow eccentrics have their place, intentionally slowing down the concentric phase, the ascent often feels counterproductive. Imagine pushing a loaded barbell off your chest during a bench press in super slow motion. The reality is, this approach doesn't really add to muscle activation or hypertrophy. It just sucks the life out of your workout. Let's face it, when training feels like torture for no additional benefit, it's hard to stay motivated. The core issue: slow concentrics fail to bring tangible value to strength or muscle growth. On the eccentric phase, you're resisting gravity, but on the concentric, you're actively generating force. Dragging this phase out doesn't inherently activate more muscle fibers or lead to better results. In fact, it can zap your energy and reduce the intensity you can apply to the rest of your session. You'd be better off going for an explosive rep, focusing on moving the weight efficiently while maintaining perfect technique. No one's saying fast concentrics are a free-for-all. Technique and control always reign supreme. But training should strike a balance between effort and practicality. Pushing through the concentric phase as quickly and powerfully as your body allows often feels more natural and more effective. It's not about rushing, it's about efficiency. By freeing yourself from overly slow concentrics, you'll have more energy to dominate your sets. And once you get this balance down, the conversation shifts back to speed and control in all their forms, which leads to the bigger question of where everything fits together. Now that you know the truth about rep speed, the question is simple. What are you going to do with this knowledge? Are you ready to leave behind the one-size-fits-all mindset and start tailoring your approach to your training goals? Whether it's slowing things down to refine your connection with each muscle or dialing up the intensity with faster reps for explosive power, the key lies in taking control of your movements. Because here's the thing, every second you spend training should count. Why do it halfway when you can do it with purpose and precision? So what's your next step? Will you experiment with slower eccentrics to push your limits safely and build deeper muscle activation? Or will you introduce bursts of controlled speed to ramp up intensity and maximize efficiency? The beauty is in the balance. It's about understanding what your body needs and executing with mastery. Think about it. How many unrealized gains are just waiting for you to adjust your approach? How much stronger, safer, and more efficient could you become with just a few strategic tweaks? If this sparked something in you, if you're ready to take your training to a whole new level, here's what you should do right now. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join this community of people dedicated to smarter, more effective training. Don't keep this to yourself. Share it with someone who's grinding in the gym, just like you. Let's keep growing, leveling up, and smashing goals together. See you in the next session.